voters have switched to the BJP. My sense is a lot of left voters have switched to the BJP, and that works to the BJP's advantage. I think in this election you will find that. I don't know if Kanchan Gupta agrees with that, but my sense is that at some level the collapse of the left works to the advantage of the BJP, and the more it collapses, the better the BJP's chances. Do you agree, Mr. Gupta?
I agree with that, and I think on some of your election programs hosted by Rahul, I did make this point that the BJP's exponential growth is largely because it sort of began occupying the opposition space as the left kept on shrinking. And this transfer of left voters to BJP has sort of created a situation where the BJP is the primary challenger. I just wanted to add a couple of points. Rajdeep was saying that the women are with Mamata Banerjee.
No, I didn't say that. I said traditionally, I must correct, I said
I am saying that.
Traditionally, Mamata has had
no, but even now,
7%, now it's 2%.
2%, 45%.
But it used to be 7%.
Yeah, sure.
So there is, she's traditionally had an edge.
But my own perception from my visits during this election is that there has been a huge surge of women's support for the BJP, and it was visible. It was a visible switch.
Okay.
And two other quick points. One, yes, this was a very polarized election. I have no hesitation in saying that it was essentially a mobilization of votes, or rather people rallied to the BJP's cause because there is a certain sense of alienation among the Hindus of West Bengal because of Mamata Banerjee's policies and politics.
Mm-hmm.
She herself realizes this, and that is why she began trying to do a course correction by reaching out to Hindu voters.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that I am inventing a point, but I'm just stating the obvious. And lastly, you know, when you talk about the 64 marginal seats, we don't know which way these seats will go. But if the rest of the poll holds, and I see no reason why it should not hold, I personally would sort of suggest that the BJP has won this round. People ultimately did not vote for either this issue or that issue. They voted for change.
Okay,
and
so
if they are voting for change, they are not going to give a half-hearted vote to any party.
okay, so
If they are not voting for change, they will. Then Mamata Banerjee is going to sweep the election. If they are voting for change, then she is going to get routed in this election.
So there is
that
therefore,
is my sense of
that's
it.
therefore that, you know, traditionally Bengal has voted one way or the other. Let's be clear, it's one of those states which has had a clear verdict. Rajiv Chandrasekhar joining us of the BJP. As you look at these numbers, Rajiv, will it make you nervous in the next 48, 72 hours, given how much BJP has staked on this election versus our polls which are showing this is neck and neck and could go either way?
No, Rajiv, but not at all. I think the trajectory of the growth of the BJP in West Bengal, along with its successes in Puducherry and Assam, points to one very important evolution of the BJP as a national party. It's an inflection point because these are three states that are non-Hindi speaking states, where the BJP has been accused of being outsiders and all kinds of vicious lies and propaganda thrown at it, but has succeeded tremendously. And I actually am convinced, because of the nature of the momentum in West Bengal that even Amit alluded to earlier, that the BJP will form the government in West Bengal. It is too tight to call as with most polls, but on 2nd of May, I'm willing to concede Rahul's point that it will be a long day. It will turn out that West Bengal will also usher in not only change, but a rejection of this authoritarian trend that has been carried on by Mamata,